So this is my review of White Oaks Mall. White Oaks Mall is one of the two largest shopping malls, indoor shopping malls in London, Ontario, Canada. They're in the south end of London. They're on Wellington Road, about 1 kilometer north of the 401. They have about 175, 180 stores. For the 6+ years that I've been living here in London, I have been going to White Oaks Mall on a very regular basis. I've even made some videos about White Oaks Mall too. I made this one video where I was just walking around White Oaks Mall with my camera so that you could get an idea of what the mall was like, the decorum of it, the stores in there and all that stuff. I made another video showing how busy it got on Boxing Day last year. But anyways, it's a pretty good mall. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would rate White Oaks Mall about an 8 or a 9. It's, the thing about it, it may not look as upscale and as fancy as, say, Masonville Mall in the north end of London. But the thing I do like about it, it's a very useful mall for me. There's a Walmart store there, a Walmart Supercenter, so they do have a grocery section there as well too. They've got a Dollarama there. Across the parking lot from White Oaks Mall, there's a Canadian Tire. There's a Hudson's Bay department store. They have an H&M. They have quite a variety of stores there. They're building a Shoppers Drug Mart right now, which is going to be supposed to be opening soon. They have lots of cell phone stores. They have lots of jewelry stores. And it's just, the thing I like about it, it's crowded enough that it doesn't look like a dead mall. But it's usually not so crowded that it's overwhelming. Like you go into some malls, like for example, you go into some malls, say, in the Toronto area, like the Toronto Eaton Centre, Yorkdale Mall, or you go to Square One in Mississauga. And those malls are usually so crowded that it's just overwhelming and you can't wait to get out of there. White Oaks Mall's not like that. It's, I'd say it's got the right size crowd. Their food court, now the food court in terms of the number of seats and the number of tables they have there, it's a good sized food court. They have a sufficient amount of seating there. I mean, I almost always have no problem finding a place to sit at their food court, even if you go there on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Now, if you go there at their busiest times, like you go there, I just went there last weekend, the second last weekend before Christmas. I had it took me a little while to find a place to sit. But I mean, at like Christmas time, for Boxing Day, Black Friday, it is to be expected that it's going to be a bit harder to find a place to sit. Now, in terms of the variety of restaurants they have in their food court, there's room for improvement there. I wouldn't mind seeing like a Mr. Greek. I wouldn't mind seeing them bring in like an Arby's. I wouldn't mind seeing them put in like maybe a Bourbon Street Grill. So they could do with a bit more variety in their food court. But, you know, no place is perfect. And would I recommend White Oaks Mall? Yeah, I would. White Oaks Mall in general, I'd rate it an 8 out of 10. Their food court, the amount of seating that they have in their food court, I would rate that like an 8 out of 10. They've got a good amount of seating. The restaurant variety, however, I would maybe rate that a 6 out of 10. They could do with improvement there. And so their mall's open 9:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday to Saturday most of the year. and it's open 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Sundays. However, at Christmas time, pretty much from Black Friday up until the end of December, their mall's open 9:30 to 9:30 Monday to Saturday, and 10 till 6 on Sundays. So yeah, it's been my favorite mall in London for the six years that I've lived in London. And even though I do like Masonville Mall, my preference between Masonville and White Oaks Mall is White Oaks Mall. So yeah, I'd recommend it. Go give it a try.